Previously on ZagoGames Devlog. All you can do is walk around. I think I'm gonna have to adjust some of the numbers. Look at how slow we're going. I'm insane. High school geometry class, and more like an actual video game. This time, we finally took a look at animations. Look, we have a player model now. I know my art isn't perfect, but hey, there's only one way to get better. Never give up! Now, I achieved this by first creating a sprite sheet, of course, and I had 4 frames per angle. And Unity has a very convenient way to handle animations like this, called a blend tree. What this essentially is just a graph, and your inputs plot a point on the graph. Then you can tell Unity what animation to play depending on where the point is. I move this point around, this red dot, that's me, and you can see the animation preview. I'm spinning around. Before I did all that, I of course had to tell the animator what direction I'm moving in. Also, I added a last direction checker so I can correctly set the right idle animation. Before, when you walked around and you stopped moving, he would always just face down. Anywhere you go, he ends up facing down. But since I added those idle animations in, depending on the last direction, it plays the right idle animation. And I won't lie, I did have some problems when I first implemented the character animations. Why is he so blurry? Wait, what? Did I do something wrong? No, he looks fine here. And after about 15 minutes of frustration, I finally gave my buddy ChatGPT a visit. And of course, all I had to do was change this setting in the sprite options. Should have known that. I don't know what I was thinking. My bad.
Right, yeah, of course.
Hey, we're back with day 2. I thought I would just show off the animations again, because I think they're pretty cool. I actually think I did a pretty good job, despite my art kind of not being that great. What is that? What was that? Okay, of course, I'm just kidding. I put this in here. I added a creature, and he follows you around and has different animations for it, too. He's got his following animation. He has his attacking animation. And when you're far enough away, he is just idling.
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
All he does is detect the player character when he spawns in, and if the player is within his sight, he will start following you. And then, when he gets close enough, he will attack you. Instead of creating a sprite sheet for the creature, I first drew him, and then I just... This way I could import him into Unity and animate him inside of Unity. And now for the part that I've been dreading. Procedural generation. The goal is just to create a game with a lot of replay value. So you can just hop in and play a new run every time. And it's going to be different every single time. I thought this was going to be a big chore. And so I hopped in. And of course, it was only like 20 lines. Just that little amount of code, and I have a way to infinitely generate huge terrains. Now, of course, this is a very basic way of generating, but it will pretty much accomplish everything I'll need in the future. This is just a very basic test version, but it does work. All I did was create a couple preset world blocks, and all I did was write a script to create a giant grid of whatever size I tell it, and then it just chooses a block from the list and puts it down. I also, just for funsies, added a random player spawn, so you spawn in the level randomly too. Let's try it again. Let's generate a new level. Okay, so I spawn near the center of this one. Let's try it again. And I spawned closer to the center, this time, and you can see there's more columns than last time too. So this will of course be expanded upon in the future, but for now it's just 3 blocks. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.